Mounted a 2-out rally after a strikeout to O'Neal Feliz and a flyout from Jackson Snitko. Jackson Miller singled, Chase Weiss walked, and Keegan Farnes brought both of them in on an opposite field double into the left field corner. So now it's a 5-2 lead that Banuelos is dealing with rather than a 3-2 lead. Decatur hasn't trailed in this one yet. And for Banuelos, he gets 6, 7, 8 in the Flyboys lineup. The Aviators send Caden Martinez, Sage Adams, and Derek Ruiz to the plate to face him in this one.
Banuelos, a clean inning to work with now, and this is the part of the order you want to face. Martinez has walked twice, but Adams and Ruiz are both 0 for 3.
Success. Came into today hitting .238, and he's looking for his first hit of the day. The 1-1 from Banuelos. Cracked up the middle on a few hops. Farnes backhands it. Caught a runner stealing. Allowed a few stolen bases so far today. First pitch from Banuelos. Upstairs to Adams for ball 1. Banuelos from the windup. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Adam takes a healthy cut on a high fastball, but comes up empty. And it's now a 1-ball, 1-strike count with 1 out to the Aviators' backstop. Rain, but no precipitation yet. Rain, but no precipitation yet. The 3-1 from Banuelos. Into his motion. Kick and deal. Breaking ball just off the inside corner. Adams looked back at the home plate umpire as if to say, "You sure?" And he was. Tosses off the elbow guard, the hand guard, and he's on for the first time today, this time on a walk. And a 1-out base runner for the Aviators. Now Derek Ruiz to the plate. Wasn't a bad pitch from Banuelos. Might have caught the corner, but no, according to the home plate umpire. Now Adams on base. A pickoff throw immediately, and Adams slides back safely. While he is more junior season last year at Indiana Tech University. The first pitch, fastball up and away for ball 1. He's a native of Port Huron, Michigan. This is just game 3 for him with the Aviators. But his junior year at Indiana Tech University, hit .351, third best on the team. Next pitch, runs downstairs.
This is where Banuelos has gotten in trouble, falling behind hitters. You've got 7, 8, 9 due up. Before Bo Caraway, Drew Potts, the top of that lineup comes up. You'd rather face.
He spent last year at Indiana Tech University. Aforementioned, he was third on the team in batting average, right behind his teammate. Walk after Caden Martinez bounced out to Keegan Farnes. Walk after Caden Martinez bounced out to Keegan Farnes. 1-on-1 out. 3-1 pitch. Grounded to Snitko. Goes to Febriette for 1. Back to first. And who has it? Snitko has it. It's a double play. A 3-6-3 double play. And the Bean Ballers get out of the inning. We go to the 9th inning. Decatur still leads 5-2. You're listening to the official YouTube channel for the Decatur Bean Ballers. It's the 9th inning. The Bean Ballers have 9-1-2 due up, and Decatur holds A 5-2 lead over the host Aviators. It's become a little windy, cloudy, threatening of rain, but no precipitation yet here over in Indiana. And Brandon Schultz due up, takes a first pitch fastball for a strike from Kendall.
Sunny, and hey, get your tan on now. Water park has been closed due to the impending weather, but we're hoping the Bean Ballers can finish off this win before the rains start on a 4th of July that you can still celebrate. What's nothing like America and some thunderstorms?
So now it's the top of the order. Brandon Abernathy swings at the first pitch, fouls it back. It's interesting. This is now the 4th time, every other inning since the 3rd, this has been the part of the order due up for the Bean Ballers. 9-1-2. Back in the 3rd, Schultz led off with a walk, came around to score the Bean Ballers. He signals to his dugout. Slider, that was the pitch that he just saw from Brewer, who's back to work. The 2-1. Misses inside. It's a nice 3-1 hitters count for Abernathy, who's 0 for 4 so far today. He's put the ball in play all 4 times, but a pop-out and then a trio of groundouts. Looking for his first hit, or to reach for the first time today. 3-1. Abernathy takes strike 2 at the knees. Thought it was low. Nonetheless, he's back to the batter's box.
I guess another opportunity. His hit streak hangs in the balance right here. He's a good hitter. He'll take a walk, though. Hit streaks aren't everything to players. They're all about the team wins, but Abernathy, a good at-bat.
Payoff pitch. Abernathy fights it off, fouls it back off to the right, and he stays alive. Fastball up and away that protects the plate, and we've talked about it. He's worked several long at-bats. He's gotten a little more patient, and he's really a good hitter at fouling balls off and working very lengthy at-bats. Leads the team with 105 at.
Pitch is a little too low in the zone. He's not able to get the barrel out and extend.
Well, that was high back his last time up in the 7th. The 1-1. Lofts it down the left field line. It hooks foul and is past the netting out of play onto the other side of the Aviators dugout. So it's now a 1-2 count to the Bean Ballers' third baseman, who hails from Charleston, Illinois. Spent last season at Utah Valley. To the bottom of the 9th inning, Aviators down to their final 3 outs, chasing 3 runs. It's the bottom of the 9th inning here at Loeb Stadium. The Decatur Bean Ballers have a 5-2 lead. 9-1-2, Diego Frey, Bo Caraway Jr., and Drew Potts due up for the Flyboys as no swing on a pitch upstairs. 1 ball and 1 strike. Now the count to Frey. Frey was the last, was not the last hitter that Parker Phillips faced. He was out number 1 back in the 5th. And takes a strike on the outside edge. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. That was the inning the Aviators scored their first run in after Decatur got 1 back in the top of the 6th. Lafayette got 1 in the bottom of the 7th, but Decatur responded with 2 of their own in the top of the 8th. 1-2 missing corner. The Bean Ballers dugout thought they got strike 3. But now the count goes full. And you risk.
And now this lineup card flips over. This is where the Aviators have had their success. It's been Caraway, Valdez, and
gets on the base pass. First pitch swinging, fouls it back into the net. Gets on the base pass. First pitch swinging, fouls it back into the net. 0-1. Caraway led off with a bunt single on the first pitch he saw from Parker Phillips. Then an infield single to Moises Fabriette stole a pair of bags and was stranded on third. But in the fifth, walked after being down in the count 1-2, stole a bag and scored from second on a single from Ryan Valdez. Caraway takes downstairs. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Native of Cypress, Texas. Caraway's only game against the Bean Ballers this season. He went 2 for 5 with 2 runs batted in and 2 doubles and a run scored as he lines one into right field. Weiss over to collect. It'll get off the wall. Frey gets the stop sign at third. Caraway into second with a double. And the tying run comes to the plate for the Aviators.
Nobody on, but you need to start finding out because this is starting to feel a lot like.
It's in safely as Diego Frey scores on the play. It's in safely as Diego Frey scores on the play. It's an RBI single for Drew Potts. And the tying run's on base. The winning run now to the plate for the Aviators. Still nobody out in the inning.
Having a good swing from Potts, lines this one to center. Abernathy had a good jump on it, but he just didn't have the speed, and I'm okay that he didn't try to go for the dive because it's 4. Again, this inning all started with a leadoff walk, and now you got Ryan Valdez, who already has a pair of hits today, and has only been retired once.
And even bigger, you got Potts on base now. Potts was a guy who was 0 for 4, came into today hitting just .236. And now you got to deal with Valdez, who's 2 for 3 with a walk and a run scored and a pair of stolen bases, an RBI. And then right behind him is the 2 All-Stars, Gabe Boyd and Gap on the first pitch. And now it's 0-1. It'll be interesting to see what the Bean Ballers elect to do. With the speed Caraway has, wouldn't be surprised if he tries to steal home if Potts steals second and warrants a rundown. A throwdown. Swing and a miss. Valdez swings and misses at a breaking ball, and he's in the hole, 0-2.
Great couple of pitches from Banuelos. We'll see if he goes back to the well, maybe tries the heater up. But it's actually been the fastball that's gotten in trouble in this inning. The 2 hits, Caraway and Potts, were both off the fastball.
Banuelos comes set. The 0-2. Lined right at Farnes at second, tossed to first. Not in time. Potts is back safely, but there's out number 1, and runners stay at the corners.
That's a huge out number 1, a broken bat. It's a great pitch. Fastball, outer half of the plate. Valdez, who was protecting, it's off the end of the bat, and this is just a flying duck, an easy one for Keegan Farnes to catch. Now you're a double play away from ending this game.
By the fastball, but it's when they creep further into the hitters. That fastball was up and away to Valdez, and all he could do was softly line it, break his bat, and ends up in the glove of Farnes for out number 1. The 1-0. Runner bluffs a go. It misses low. 2 balls and no strikes. So we have yet to see Potts try to steal second. I imagine maybe it would be a little different of a situation if it was a 1-run game, but it is a 2-run game. And now that you have 1 out, you might not want to run into out number 2. The 2-0. Misses in the dirt, ball 3. It gets by Felice, bounces back towards the infield. Caraway comes in to score. Potts moves up to second. And it's now a 3-0 count to Boyd.
That's about the one thing you didn't want to have happen. A free baseball, wild pitch, brings in another run. Now the tying run is at second base in scoring position.
So tying run at second. Gabe Boyd has already driven in 1 run today. Banuelos from the stretch. Staring down Potts. Another look at second, deals home. Swing, fouled off. So now it's 3-1. An interesting 3-0 swing from Boyd. Bonuelos deals. 3-1 swung on and missed. Boyd chases a breaking ball that hooks away from him. And Bonuelos has gotten himself back in the count. It's now full to the Aviators all-star first baseman.
Again, the breaking ball that has helped Bonuelos out so much. Just out in front was Boyd. I think I'm throwing it here again. I'm not challenging with a fastball. I'm seeing if he's disciplined enough to wait back on that breaking ball, but
Bonuelos shakes off a sign from Felice before getting it. Payoff pitch. Misses up and away. It is the fastball. And they're now running.
But this is about the one thing you didn't want to happen. I mean, you thought we were going to get through this game. There is storms rolling in to the west of Lafayette. You really hoped you could get through this ninth inning. You got to hope that this weather delay is a speedy one. But how about this for dramatics and suspense?
Yeah, bottom of the ninth, one out. A one-run ball game with runners on first and second. Mother Nature can't hold up any longer.
Now just looking at the radar here in Lafayette again. The clouds rolled in. Wind has started to pick up. Both managers are out of the dugout. They're going to talk with the umpiring crew, but there's a storm just to the south, and there just should be more rain moving in throughout the rest of this night. And well, unfortunately, if you're Decatur and you thought you were going to get home maybe earlier to see some fireworks, you're going to be in it for the long haul, depending on how long this delay takes a part of.
Well, while we're in a delay, we'll take you first. Horseshoes, it's 3-0 in favor of Springfield there. Top of the first just underway. The Champion City Half-Tracks and Quincy Doggy Paddlers are scoreless in Champion City. The Kokomo Creek Chubs and Thrillville Thrillbillies are scoreless in Kokomo. Top of the first there. And top of the first, the Du Bois County Bombers are scoreless against the Danville Dans. But the only other game that has just, for right now, there is a weather delay here at Loeb Stadium. The Bean Ballers, in the bottom of the ninth, lead 5-4. was it? "37 minutes and counting on this rain delay, but it appears we're nearing the end of it. Players are out of the clubhouses. They're out on the dugouts outside of them. Where we'll resume. It's a 5-4 ball game. The Bean Ballers clinging to the lead, but a tying run is in scoring position for the Aviators. The winning run is on first, and there's only one field. Who do you think this favors in a situation like this?
It's tough, and I mean, Gabe Arroyo spoke to his team in the locker room and said, hey, baseball is a game of opportunities, and it's just who can get 27 outs first. And really the pressure, it feels like it's on the Aviators because most of this home crowd has left ending or just a fantasy-type ending for Decatur here. This would definitely go down as one of the wildest games to be a part of, win or loss, in this inaugural season for the Bean Ballers, and surely will be one to remember, especially backed up last night. You lose 24-7, and then you have this game on the 4th of July. I mean, it's just setting up to be a awesome finish, and if we're lucky enough, Snitko will throw one pitch and ground into a double play, and the Bean Ballers will win.
Who knows, but when we come back, it'll be runners on first and second, 1 out, bottom of the 9th inning, as the umpires have now exited the clubhouse. They're walking back to the field. Players continue to warm up. It looks like it will be Snitko and not Banuelos to look to get the final 2 outs for the Bean Ballers. But in the 5th inning, Bo Caraway, who already had 2 sip of the order due up, Bo Caraway popped out, but Drew Potts flew out. So there were 2 outs, but then a walk to Ryan Valdez, who stole second, went up to third on the errant throw from O'Neal Felice, and scored on an RBI single from Gabe Boyd. That made it 3-2. Banuelos entered for Daniel Ruiz and got the final out, a fly out to Gavin Smith. And then in the top half of the 8th, the Bean Ballers respond again. O'Neal Felice strikes out, and Jackson Snitko flies out to start the inning. But then a single from Jackson Miller, a walk from Chase Weiss, and the backbreaker, a 2 RBI double into the left field corner the other way by Keegan Farnes, made it a 5-2 lead for the Bean Ballers. The Aviators had a 1-out walk in the bottom of the 8th to Sage Adams, but then a big 3-6-3 double play erased that. And after Decatur didn't score in the 9th, so far it's been a walk to Diego Frey, a double by Bo Caraway Jr., an RBI single from Drew Potts. Caraway then scored on a wild pitch. Ryan Valdez lined out to second base, but Gabe Boyd walked. So there are now runners at first and second, 1 out, and Gavin Smith will be due up to lead things off. Smith today is 1 for 3, has a double his first time up to lead off the second. He's also walked. That came back against Daniel Ruiz, and now it's Snitko to the mound. He is warming up. We have seen Decatur use him a few times last season, which he spent also in the Prospect League with the Springfield Lucky Horseshoes. He did the damage. He'll have...
Well, yeah, he's got it. He's only up a 1-run lead, so if he's trying to end this one quickly.
You talked about it, Truman. The double play is in effect, and now the players from the duck.
It's also fair.
If not all of them here at Loeb Stadium has very much dwindled, leaving due to the delay. And now it's a very limited amount of fans. And because Snitko was in the field at first base, the Bean Ballers have put out Hampton Petska. And the hope is that you're getting these last 2 outs before you allow 1 run. And that way you wouldn't need to even hit should this go to extra innings. But right now, we're back underway. Snitko back to the bump, and Smith to the plate. First piece, and it's still 0-2. It's almost shaping up to be a climactic end that has A rather anticlimactic crowd to see it. 2-2 to the plate. Swung on it.
For one out anyway. I don't care how you get the out. You're just looking for one out before that man at second scores.
Martinez, a switch hitter, hits from the right side, flips around against the lefty Snitko. First pitch, upstairs for ball one. And another thing you got to keep in mind, especially on the infield, is there's a force at any base except for home, so you could just take it to the easiest base. It doesn't have to be first. The 1-0. Lofted in the air. Back. O'Neal Felice gives it a watch, but it's out of play. Now 1 ball and 1 strike. Snitko, a saying I like to use all the time. He's sleeping in a bed.
Miss in the middle of the zone. That's where you get in trouble.
Martinez has 13 RBIs on the season. He takes another ball upstairs. It's now full. This is the crucial at-bat. The payoff pitch from Snitko. Inside for ball 4. Snitko thought he had strike 3, but it's just inside to Martinez, and the bags are full of Aviators.
Yeah, Martinez has shown some real poise at the plate. Now his 3rd walk of the game. But again, motto doesn't change. You're still just looking for that 3rd out any way you need it. You had the open base. It's okay. Now you get Sage Adams, who did walk his last time up, but he's 0 for 3. Got to go right after him.
The first pitch from Snitko. Swung on, line down the left field line, and it lands just foul of the left field foul line. Wow. That would have ended the game. Bean Ballers just need 1 out. Today is 0 for 3, but the aforementioned wonky drew his last time up. The 1-1 misses upstairs. It's ball 2. Looked like a breaking ball that couldn't quite drop into the... And on the 250th birthday for America, number 25, Jackson Snitko closes it out.
I mean, how about it? A game that had everything. Bean Ballers scoring early, a great, phenomenal start from Parker Phillips, clutch hitting late, a little bit of razzle-dazzle in the 9th, a 37-minute rain delay, but the Bean Ballers get it done and are victorious, and that was a much-needed 4th of July win.
All smiles as the Bean Ballers slap fives with each other. They take this one here in Lafayette by the skin of their teeth, 5-4 over the Aviators. And Decatur has its 2nd win in 3 games after it lost 10 straight games. That'll do it for us here at Loeb Stadium. It's been a long one, a long rain delay, elongated this long July 4th game as Mother Nature couldn't quite hold up. But it finishes the right way. The Bean Ballers thought they might have had a victory in this one in Lafayette. Thank you to everyone who tuned in. Hope you guys all have